Remember you in school, man, yeah, you was popular. We was kinda cooler at 9, then we chopped it up. I needed binoculars, them glasses wasn't cool enough. Ben had a swag thinking ain't nobody cool as us. Didn't know what to do with us, had our own little crew.
What's up, everybody? Y'all not tuned in to another episode of Let's Ride with Kris Jamez, and I'm here with Big Bro. Well, not just Big Bro, but you also the president of Nfinite Hustle, Mookie U-Nik.
What's going on, man?
Not much, man. How you doing today?
I'm good. Good.
That's good, man. I tell everybody, thank you for being here, for being on the platform. Like I said, I told Tony, I don't treat y'all different just because y'all part of Nfinite Hustle. It's still a pleasure for you to be here.
For sure. I'm glad to be here, bro.
Yeah, so let's get down to the nitty gritty of, for one, your name, Mookie U-Nik. The name is unique as it is, and we kind of talked about that on season 1, but I kind of want to elaborate a little bit more on it this season of why the name Mookie U-Nik.
I feel like my style and my personality is just one of a kind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My mama named me Mookie. Because when I was a baby, she said I cried like a cow. So out of all the kids, I was the one cried she said I cried like a cow. So, and I used to cry like moo, moo. So I was like, what? It took me a minute to come up with it. Because at first, when I first started rapping, it was just Mookie.
Yeah.
It was just Mookie, and that sounded kind of plain. So I was like, what could I do to kind of spice it up a little bit? So I just threw the U-Nik on there.
Yeah.
Spelled it a different way.
Yeah, we all have those moments as artists when we change our names, because our first name is always how do we identify with our family, and that's every artist. Your name will most likely be your nickname.
Yeah.
And as you get older and become an artist, you be like, okay, I gotta think Brandon wise. That's why I changed my name, because Brandon wise, it wasn't marketable, so I had to change my name from Nicky J to Kris James, which I feel better as Kris James because I'm older now. We're in our 30s now, so it's like, gotta have an old name. Like they don't call him Lil Bow Wow no more. Just call him Bow Wow.
Yeah,
he's 30 now. You can't be calling that.
Yeah.
So in the sense of, okay, you got your name. What motivated you to even start doing music?
That's a good question. Well, I've been like growing up since probably 8, 9. I've been on music, like Hot Boys and No Limit, at an early age. So, I worked at King Daughters, and shout out my boy Mookie U-Nik, Lil Key. Yeah. He started working there too. So when he came, he had brought a demo. It had of him 25 songs. I'm like, what this dude doing all this? He was like, man, I do music. So I was like, that's what's up. Then he was like, you need to come mess with me, come try to rap. So I'm like, I know music. I like music, so I'm like, I'ma try it and just see where it goes.
Yeah.
So long story short, man, I went over his house one time, and it was me, him, and his cousin. And when I went over there, I was kind of nervous. I'm like, dang, how I'ma sound? I don't know where to start. I don't know nothing about writing music. I know I'm good on knowing how, if a song sound good or not, but I don't know how I'ma sound on the song. So I was like, let me just try it and see do I like it. So when I first heard myself on the mic, when I first got on the mic and just heard myself, I was like, I could do something with this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we would just record. It went from just being a hobby to something that I just really like doing. So ever since 2010, I think that was 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
Ever since then, I've been on it, man, and I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world. I love rapping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I always hear the same thing from everybody. Everybody I've interviewed or everybody I've talked to, they was like, somebody came to them and said you should try it, and they tried it and fell in love with it. And I always think about I don't have that same thing.
What you
like
mean?
I didn't have nobody to ask me to do it.
Yeah.
I already knew I wanted to do it.
Yeah.
So when I was 13 in school, nobody else wanted to rap around me. It was just me. I wanted to do it. And I never had that older person to pull me to the side and be like, hey, this is how you do it. You know.
Yeah.
So it was, for me, it was hard at first because I had to literally like figure out every single thing. So I always love to hear people's stories, like, why did you do this? And like I said, everybody got to say, somebody asked me to try it.
Yeah.
I tried and fell in love with it. And I'm like, I don't know what that feel like. Nobody ever asked me to try it.
Yeah.
I just always wanted to do it.
Yeah.
So you fell in love with it. And of course, I can speak for the same thing. When we start rapping, we try to rap like people we like.
Yep. I sounded like Gucci Man when
Yeah.
I first started.
We automatically go to our favorite rapper. Like, he my favorite rapper. He's successful. I need to rap like him.
And
'Cause I went straight to Wayne.
And Key used to sound just like Wayne. That's what I was just about to say. He used to sound just like Wayne. I was like, man, we got to switch. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, sometimes I listen to my old music, I be like, man, I done came so far.
Yeah.
Like,
That old
my
music
whole
was
sound.
terrible.
Yeah.
It wasn't
terrible.
It wasn't bad music. It was just like, man, I didn't.
Yeah, I could
I've grown as an artist. Yeah, because music is an art, and it's supposed to reflect like your life.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to.
Yeah.
That's why we talk about the difference between hip hop and rap. You know, rap is a fantasy. Hip hop is actual life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's where we differentiate between, you know, the artists that we like, the Jay-Z's and then the NBA Youngboys. We were like, okay, he talking about all this crazy stuff. Then this dude's talking about wealth. He's talking about like building something. So we like, gotta get in where you fit in.
Yeah.
So of course, like we said, we automatically went to our favorite rappers and we was like, okay, I want to rap like them. At what point did you realize, okay, I can't be Gucci Mane. I gotta be me. So at what point did you realize that?
Probably like, man, I ain't gonna lie. One time I had did a song, I don't know if you remember this, but Toby had said, he was like, man, I could tell who your favorite rapper is. Your favorite rapper is Gucci Mane.
Yeah.
And for him to even know that without me telling him, it kind of like made me be like, I gotta switch my style up because I don't want to be sounding like nobody.
Yeah.
But at that time, Gucci Mane was the hottest rapper around if you think about anybody that was on music around like 2007, 8, 10, 11, like Gucci Mane was real hot.
Gucci was lit for a minute.
Yeah.
Them late 2000s.
Yeah, he was.
In the early 2010.
Yeah.
Gucci Mane was the man. Like he was lit. But
I just I wanted my own sound, and I got my own sound now. So
yeah, and it takes growth. It takes learning because we as artists, especially artists from our area, Brookhaven, we didn't have no blueprint to this. Mm-hmm. We had no OG to sit us to the side and be like, hey, this is how you do this. This is how you do that. You know, well, at first we didn't. You know, and then we start surrounding ourselves with Re-Up, and Re-Up started teaching a lot of people different things. Mm-hmm. But when we started on our own, and then we all kind of navigated and found our way to each other. That's how we all met. Yeah. A lot of people met through Re-Up, going to the studio. Mm-hmm. You know, you got a session, you walk in, somebody already in there, you're like, oh snap, you ready? Then you get number, then it just go from there. Yeah. So you working on finding your own style. So we all, when we doing this, we don't want to do it alone. So pretty much, who was the people you surrounded yourself with for his music? Like, who was those people you just always finding yourself like rapping with?
Around here?
Yeah, like earlier. Once you really start finding your own sound.
Basically, it was just, you talking about around like when I first started rapping, and you talking about like period.
Well, when you first started?
When I first started, it was just me and Key.
Yeah.
Like it was just me and him locked in. And I went through a period where I was being convicted. Like I was in the church, but I wasn't in it like I am now. So it was like back then when I was rapping, it was like I'd go to church one day and be like, is this something I want to be doing, all this cussing and all this?
Yeah, rapping all this secular music the next day.
And then I'm in church, I'm like, yeah. So I did that for a while, just going back and forth in my mind, like, what am I gonna do? So I took like a hiatus from music from like 2012 to like 19. I was just chilling. I was like, man, I ain't supposed to be rapping. I ain't supposed to be doing all that. But then I started back. Some said, you that's a gift. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a gift you got. So I kept doing my music. So I started back doing my music. So I was like, I'm gonna just switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna stop cussing as much, but I was still cussing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just a lot of me battling myself.
Yeah, because you dropped your debut album, Perfect Timing.
Yeah.
Which, dope album.
Yeah,
like,
appreciate it, man.
It's dope from front to back. But soon as you dropped it, it was like, I'm finna switch my style. And I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, I'm always changing.
Yeah, but I got it. I got it. I feel like you just had to get that out. Yeah. You had to be like, okay, this is my last, which is crazy. This gonna be my last and first album like this. Yeah. You know, and you came to me, and at first I feel like when you came to me, you was kind of like hesitant about it because you were like, how will I be received? You know, me saying, okay, I'm gonna start rapping more for, not necessarily just doing gospel, hip hop, but I'm rapping more for God, and my music will reflect my life. Yeah. So, is that true? Did you kind of feel like hesitant with the people around you? Like, how would they receive it?
Yeah, because like so many people doing like what I was doing, they were making that type of music. So it's like, of course they gonna go on what they used to hearing. So it was like, dang. But I got convicted so bad at one time, so I said, I'm gonna just be different. I'm gonna walk this path by myself.
Gonna be unique.
Yeah, I'm gonna be unique.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna try this, and I ain't gonna lie, I've been making the best music that I possibly could have ever made. Like,
I mean, it was never bad.
Yeah.
You know, when you told me that you were switching up, I was like, you know, I was happy for you because you have to do what you know makes you happy, and that's what we do as a team and as fellow artists. We supposed to uplift and support each other. Whatever we choose to do, that's what we choose to do. So, and you came in and you started working hard. I never forget the first song we did together was that alarm clock. And it was like, that was back in like 2019, something like that. Yeah. It was crazy. Like when I first did that song with you, I was like, man, this dude is dope. Yeah. Because like I said, we had seen each other, but we didn't really know each other. Yeah. We didn't really just meet each other till like being at Zevin House. So that's when we met each other. Yeah. You know, I met you and DeMonte.
But I remember a long time ago, like we was in Brookhaven Apartments, and you wanted to come over and record with me and Key, but you probably don't remember that. But it was like it's like God put us. We crossed paths, but we just didn't never work on nothing. Yeah, like, I remember seeing.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, we was in Brookhaven Apartments. You were with your cousin, Pierre, I think.
That's great.
Yeah, because Key sister used to stay in Brookhaven Apartments. I don't know what you were doing over there, but
no, Pierre stayed over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he stayed over there, so that's why I was over there. Man, that's crazy. I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we probably crossed paths many times, but you know, it had to come when God said it was time. Okay, it's time for y'all to meet each other. Yeah. And when we met each other, you know, when we first started being around each other, we wasn't like super tight at first. Yeah. Because we have clashing personalities. Yeah. You know, I can be a butt.
I ain't gonna say what you really is, but
I can be that. I can be that. And you can be a very closed off person, especially if you get uncomfortable. Yeah. And that's where we kind of can clash, because you know, I'm not a closed off person. It's hey, I'm in your face. Yeah. This is how I feel. We're gonna talk about it. You like, no, back off. I don't want to talk about it. Yeah. So at first, you know, when we first met, we wasn't like super tight. And you think about all the people we were surrounded with at that time, you would think me and you wouldn't be the two that would be the closest. You'd think it would be opposite. You know, you'd think it would be, you know, more you and Zevin, more me and DeMonte. And at a time it was. And then it started to shift. And now it's like, man, this my big brother. Like, not play brother. This is literally my big brother, cause that's how I view you as an older brother. So, and how ironically, I both are named Kris.
Yeah.
Spelled exactly the same. So it's like we were supposed to meet each other. We were supposed to have what we have now. And like you said, with the music, we just continue to get better. And for one, I'll forever thank you for trusting me.
As far as what?
With the label.
Oh, okay.
Because when I started Infinite Hustle, it was like, I ain't had no artist. I ain't had nobody. I woke my wife up. I was like, I'm finna start my own stuff. And she was like, wait, what? She was like, don't you got an expensive deal on the line? Which I did at the time with Real. We had a very expensive deal ready to sign. And I just felt like it wasn't mine. I felt like it was his, which he worked hard for. He deserved it. But I didn't feel like it was mine. So I wanted to start my own label. And you was one of the first people that came to mind. When I asked you, you were like, let's roll. And you've been here ever since.
Yeah,
like, you haven't changed, you haven't
I'm a loyal person, bro. That's one thing about me. Me and you done clashed a couple times.
Yeah.
And while I was like, man, I don't know about that dude. But then it was like, that's just you. That's just something I had to get used to.
That's just brothers.
Yeah, brothers gonna bump heads.
Brothers, because you know, like we're not supposed to agree on everything, and that's why I feel like this world is messing up. I feel like the world expects everybody to agree on everything.
Yep.
And that's taking away our identity. So me and you as two brothers, we're like, you might say something I don't agree with.
Yeah.
That don't mean I love you less.
Yeah.
It's just I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm gonna tell you I don't agree with it.
I already know.
You know, so that's what
that song that I had did that one time.
That song was terrible. I'm not even gonna lie. I ain't like, you know that song was bad. It was like, what possessed you to record that?
Nah, man, I was trying something different. I was trying something.
No, don't try that no more.
You know what though? That made me really like be like, all right, Kris. If Kris don't like this song, it made me really sharpen up my pen though, because it made me be like, all right, Kris gonna let me know if he like this song or not. So I gotta come on with it.
Exactly. And in the sense of art, it might be a song I don't like. It wasn't.
I didn't even really like it. Like when I was rapping it out, like
it wasn't even really just a song. It was. I know you could do so much better. Yeah. That's why I didn't like it. I'm like, I feel like you just threw this together.
Yeah.
And we've been doing music together for a while now, so we know what each other is capable of.
Yeah.
You know, if you ever heard a song where it felt like my bars was just average, you'll be like, man, what? Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? Because you're way more capable of doing better. And that's how I view you. So if I ever see you do something like average, I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're way better than that.
Yeah.
Because out of all the rappers I've ever been around or I've met, it's only a few that I feel like could ever just match my energy. And when I say match my energy to people viewing, I'm not saying I'm the best ever. Yeah. I feel that way.
You're supposed to.
I feel like I'm the best, but I'm not just putting it in stone. I'm the best, and everybody gotta, you gotta mold yourself according to me. Yeah. That's not what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is, I've been around so many different rappers, and anybody who ever heard my music know my pen is up there. Ain't too many people I feel like, man, I gotta come hard on this song, because if I don't, he's gonna outshine me.
Yeah.
And you're one of those people. My guy Shaq, you go out Peso, Lavish, him too. T the Kid. Y'all the only three people I ever been in a studio with, but like, if I do not come hard, they're gonna outshine me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's why I forever hold y'all three in my heart. I'm like, y'all three people made me better my pen. Cause I started rapping like with Peso. We used to live by each other out there in the country. Mm. And we used to ride the bus together, and I was like, man, I remember we just talked one day, and I was like, y'all rap? He like, you rap? I rap. I was like, all right. He like, I got a setup in the house. What?
Who is Peso?
He go by Peso Lavitt, but his name is Shaquille.
He from here?
Yeah, he from here.
Okay.
Yeah, he went to school. He went to school with us. I think he the same year as Orion in 2012. Well, he might be 11 somewhere.
Yeah, that's why I don't know.
Yeah, he a little younger, but he got a dope pen, and you probably don't know T neither, because T went to Crystal Springs.
Yeah.
So you don't know, but they pen is up there. I'm talking up there.
I got you.
And then when I met you, I was like, man, because when we did Alarm Clock, I was like, man, hold on. He came in on this song like it was his song. And I was like, man, that's dope, though. That type of stuff excites me.
Yeah.
It excites me. I love being around people that make me better. I want to be
That's
around
how it's
people.
supposed to be, bro. You ain't supposed to be around no average people because you ain't an average person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be around people that, if you can't make me better, why am I around you?
Yeah. That's how I feel.
It's just how we're different.
Mm-hmm.
We're unique. We think differently. We're like, we take this so serious and we want to be better. We want to be in the conversation with the greatest.
Yeah.
Not just the greatest in Brookhaven. Who cares about that? We want to be the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a small group of people.
Mm-hmm.
If we think about some of the great, I mean, it's a lot of people. But you think about it, 7 billion people on this earth, and how many people can say they in the conversation as greatest of all time in hip hop?
You talking about like songwriters, or you talking about like just
Hip hop, songwriters, period. But that list is small.
Yeah.
We talking about Tupac's, Jay-Z's, Lauryn Hill's, the Eminem, Wayne, the Neo, the Dream. We talking about Beyonce, a small list of people.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, R. Kelly. People don't like R. Kelly, but he's one of the greatest songwriters of all time.
Mm-hmm.
He's wrote for all your favorite artists. So that's what we're striving for.
For real.
So, new album we done worked on, which I know you're excited for because we had to push it back. This
It
album
was supposed to come out last year.
it was supposed to drop last year.
That's why in some songs it'd be like 2020. So but y'all.
But just talk about the process of creating this album.
With this album, I wanted it to be a story. I wanted it to be like my story from beginning to end, and I feel like I did that. Like everything that I was going through at that time, I wrote it on the song, like from Alpha to Omega. Alpha is the beginning, telling my story of how I grew up. Omega is me when I pass, whenever that be. Hopefully no time soon, but it's just like it's just a story. Yeah. Just a story of my life and how my feelings.
Yeah. And I love the
relationship songs.
Yeah. That plays a role.
Yeah.
It plays a role in everything you went through in these last couple of years. It's been since we've been just tight. It's been a crazy last couple of years for both of us.
Yeah.
Been a lot of up and down, a lot of heartache, a lot of tears, a lot of anger, but it's been a lot of good times.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of happiness too. But we've endured all this together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I know about your personal life, you know about my personal life, so you know, we don't have to talk about that on. But what do you want people to know? What is some of the main motivation behind your music?
I want people to know that I'm a child of God. I respect everything about God, and I want people to get me, understand me and where I come from. Don't think that I just woke up one day and said I'm gonna just be this Christian artist.
Yeah.
Just know that it took a while for me to get to where I'm at right now. And, I'm in a good space right now. Like I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes a while to get to there.
Yeah.
You know, we don't wake up. Everybody, a lot of people are pretending to be happy when they're not.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we try to promote just being genuine.
Mm-hmm.
Just feel exactly how you feel. If you're not happy, just say you're not happy.
Yeah.
And do something to change it. Because, like I tell people, life is an experience. It's your choice whether it's bad or good.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all go through stuff, man. You know, I find myself looking at my situation sometime, and I have to thank God because, like, my family, I feel like there's a lot of people who want what I have. I know you do. You want a family, and I always pray for it, and I promote it so much, to you and tell you, you'll have it one day. But in the sense of that, I have to be thankful because wherever we think we are, there's somebody worse than we are.
Yeah.
We think our situation is terrible, and there's somebody doing way worse. So we gotta be conscious of that sometimes. Be like, okay, God, I ain't where I want to be, but I'm where you want me to be.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be thankful.
Yeah.
And I love that how you promote God in your music. Like you promote God, and that's not a bad thing to do. That's what God wants us to do. He wants us to talk about Him, talk about His Word, and bring more people to Him. That's what you're doing in your music, and I love that. With the album Khristopher. But you slapped the H in there like Christ.
Yeah, that was the whole meaning of me putting it in there. Cause when I became a Christian artist, I was like, man, it'll be tight if I can put Christ in my name some kind of way. So when I came up with that, I was like, it'll be nice if I put an H and that just be a different way to spell Christ. It ain't like I'm trying to change. You know what I'm saying? Change the spelling of that.
Yeah, you can't change how you spell Christ.
I just threw a lit, threw my lit spin on it.
Yeah, I mean that's dope. I mean, it's unique. It's different, and we have to continue to strive to find ways to meet people halfway. Because a lot of people and I love how you find a way to, because your Christian music is the typical.
Yeah, I know.
You still on them 808s and trap beats, but it's still, you found a way to balance it out. Like, I'm going to turn you up, but we turn up for God. When you turn up for the club.
That's what I'm all about, man.
We turn up for God.
Bro.
I love that. So who are some of the artists that, kind of continue to keep motivating you? Like, who are some of your favorite artists?
My favorite artist is Drake.
Drizzy.
But, I didn't grow up listening to people like Kris, so that's why my music is like how it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I grew up listening to like Wayne, BG, Juvenile, like them. That's kind of molded in me. So, what was the question?
So who's some of your favorite artists?
Oh, all right.
What was the question?
Who I listen to? I listen to Drake. But I mostly listen to gospel music. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I mostly listen to William Murphy.
Okay.
That's my favorite gospel singer. And that's basically all, man. I don't really listen to rap like talking about. I only listen to it now just to see like what beats is out, and I do them like I've been doing my little freestyles on Fridays.
Yeah. I mean, stuff is what it is. You like what you like, and I remember Ori used to tell me all the time, like, you gotta watch what you listen to because they can influence. And at first I was so standoffish, and then I started really grasping what she was really meaning because, I used to listen to like Lil Fo every day, and he's violent. I can start seeing my temper change, like me start snapping quicker, and I'm like, okay, maybe there's some truth to this.
Music have a lot of influence on what's going on in the world today too. Like,
exactly.
People don't even know. Like, they be listening to NBA YoungBoy. I ain't trying to knock nobody that listen to you can listen to whatever you want to.
Yeah.
But it's like it motivate people to do stuff, and they think it's cool
to be violent.
And them people don't even be living like that.
No, not
you know
at all.
What I'm saying?
90% of them do not live like they live. I wouldn't be surprised if Lil Nas X wasn't gay.
Yeah.
I feel like he's just doing it just because I feel like he's doing it. He's playing a character.
I wouldn't be kissing no dudes though.
He playing a character.
Crazy.
People do weird stuff for money, man. That's the world we live in.
Man.
So as you said, music has a very strong influence. We have to be careful with what we put out because we're fathers.
Yeah.
You have a beautiful young girl. She's gonna be a teenager soon. Well, she's 10 now, 9 or 10?
9.
9.
She'll be 10 next year.
You're gonna have a teenager.
She gonna be taller than me, man. She's so tall, like.
Just think about you gonna have a teenager in a couple years, man. Like, man, that's ridiculous. Yeah. But You thought about that. I'm pretty sure your daughter had an influence in you changing your music.
Yeah, for sure.
Cause you were like, cause I had to think about that more too. Like,
what really made me change one day, you know that mixtape I came out with. What was the name of it? I'm something I forgot.
One
anyway, huh?
Yeah, one of them. I forgot the name.
It was just one anyway. We was on our way to Jackson. Me, my sister, my brother, my niece, and my nephew. And we were listening to it, and I'm on there saying all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They over there just this, and I'm like,
wait a minute.
This ain't what I'm trying to portray. Like this ain't the image I want to give out. So, even though it was good music, it was like this ain't what I'm trying. I'm too much. That was the name of it. But anyway, I was like this ain't what I'm trying to do. This ain't what I want my daughter listening to. So I was like, nah, I can't be doing that. That was a conviction. Like it was so much. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot. Took me to get me to where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I had a similar conviction early in my rap. I used to be so vulgar, and especially talking about with women. I never degraded them, but I used to talk about so many different women. And I didn't understand that how it was switching my mind and enticing my mind to want all these different women. And I had one that was loyal right by my side. So I had to start switching up my music and start putting all my energy into one woman. So that's why when you hear me talk about a woman now, I'm talking about my wife. Every song I'm talking about, whether it's sexual or anything, I'm talking exactly about my wife. And I had to learn that as I got older. Like, man, I can't be on a song talking about all these different women. I'm not with all these different women. I got one woman. You know, and then like in the sense we talking about with fathers, and we got daughters, so we really had to be like, okay, we gotta wake up, because one day my daughter Harmony is gonna be like your daughter age now, and I don't want to listen to my songs and all this cussing. Like, no, we can't add it. So we gotta make music that promotes love, God, and promote like just being like a genuine person and respecting women. Gotta respect women in our music, and hip hop is one of the worst places that happens. And I feel like lately women they got on disrespecting themselves. Like if you think about some of the female artists, it's like, what is going on? Baby, you're cool with
calling themselves
that, and I'm like, I can't ride with that. And I'm like, okay, how can we ever look at these female artists and say they're the best out now when we got artists like Rhapsody that don't ever disrespect herself? She don't disrespect women. She call women queens. She dressed appropriately. But that's not what we want to see. We want to see the half-naked women and stuff like that. I'm like, all right, that's good for show. But really think about who's trying to wife her. She's showing everything. What's the mystery now?
Nothing.
There's no mystery. You like,
okay,
I see everything. Cool. And me and 8 million other people see everything. So it's like, I don't get it. I don't get where we drop the ball at as people. Well, when did all this stuff become cool?
I think it started with the dudes. Like dudes, the great women, so they try to like be like, okay, well, since they do it, we gonna do it to ourselves.
And they trying to counter it.
It's
not helping nothing. Making it worse.
You're
literally making it worse, and it's kind of countering it, but it's also pulling a lot of men back from that. Like men like us, we're like, I don't want to see that. Like, I know the Megs and the City Girls and Cardi B's, they beautiful women, but I don't want to see that. I'm not enticed by it anymore. I feel like I've seen it so much that I'm not enticed by it, and I definitely don't want to hear your music. Just being honest. Not saying they bad people, not saying they bad artists. I just don't like them. They ain't made nothing that I like.
They got an audience out there somewhere.
That audience is
lost.
I'll be honest, man. Kind of lost. If that's what you view as hip hop, then we are failing as a community. And people need to understand, hip hop, we are a community. We are a community together, and we have to protect our community. We control what's cool and what's not. We think the fans do. The fans do not control hip hop.
Nah.
Hip hop artists control hip hop because if just like I did with you, like you made a song that was like, I was like, and I told you about it. I was like, nah, don't put that out.
You ain't saying nothing like that no more.
Exactly. You totally elevated to a whole nother level. We have to do that everywhere. We have to come to a point where we like, all right, Meg and Cardi, stop. We ain't cool with that no more. You know, once you see the bag stop, that's when they'll start waking up. You'll be like, okay, don't nobody want to see this no more.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, just being honest, we've seen Cardi audience kind of go down. It's the pull for her isn't what it used to be. So we have to, as independent artists, as we trying to build our label up, we got to take notes of that. We got to understand, okay, what are we trying to do with Infinite Hustle? What message are we trying to put out? And I feel like we're on the same page today.
Yeah, we is.
Yeah.
We is. We definitely is.
Yeah, so focusing on what we're trying to do as a label and where we're trying to take Infinite Hustle. So, talking about Infinite Hustle, you are the president. How it feel to be the president?
Feel good, man. Feel good to be a part of something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something that's moving in the right direction. You accepted me when I don't know where I'd be without you. So I just thank you, bro, for real talk.
It's all good. Are you surprised that I made you the president?
Kinda, bro. Like, to be honest with you, because I don't know nothing about no president. All I know is making music, man. I don't know nothing about being no. I know I gotta start doing. I know, like, moving forward, I want to be more hands-on with what goes on with Infinite Hustle. Though.
Will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw more in you and Tony and them than probably y'all saw in yourself. But I see more than just artists. And this is what I'm trying to build. I'm not trying to build this for me to be the king sitting at the top and y'all still workers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's not what I'm trying to build at all. I'm trying to build for all kings to be at the top. Us all sitting up there together. So we're gonna get to the point where, like, you're gonna have your own label. You're gonna have, be unique or whatever you plan to call it. You're gonna have that, and it's gonna be on the Infinite Hustle. Then Tony's gonna have his own label, and that's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna continue to build a franchise. We're gonna build an empire, because, like I said, I saw that, like I said, you're loyal and you've always been there for me, and you deserve the title.
Yeah,
and it ain't
been there for me too, though, man. Even, man, I'll never forget that time I was sick, and you brought me some stuff, bro. Man, you brought me some. I think you brought me some soup,
chicken noodle soup, some crackers and shit.
Some crackers. Man, I was like, man, this dude must really, like, you know what I'm saying, care about me a little bit. And I don't know. Funny stuff. I'm just
hell no.
But I was like, man,
it's
this
love.
dude,
We brought it.
Yeah, and that's when it really hit me, like, okay, I'm a lock in with him, because he really didn't have to do that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, didn't nobody else bring me nothing. Like, people knew I was sick, but didn't nobody bring me nothing to eat or just, like, come help me.
Yeah.
And you took time out your day to come help me, bring me something. I'll never forget that. That what really got me loyal to, like, be like, okay, we're gonna lock in, like, for real.
And we're gonna go to the top.
Yeah, together.
Because what people understand about me, like, if I say you family, if I say I'm loyal to you, I'm loyal to you. I'll never show anybody anything else. It's not always reciprocated. Sometimes people show loyalty just to get what they want to get, and then they go on about their business, which is all good. I understand that. But what we're building now and what we know now, we will make sure things like that don't ever happen again. Because we're going to build it so solid, so concrete that can't nobody break it. They might try, or they're gonna try, but they'll be wasting their time. Which, if you think about what we built so far, we're a known brand around here. People know Infinite Hustle. Yeah. People know Infinite. They see it all the time. The Hustlers Infinite Hustle. That's all they see through their feed. They know about us. Yeah. They know we here. And we're continuing to just push forward, and the world gonna know soon.
Yeah,
about
very
Infinite
soon.
Hustle.
Very soon.
Because your hustle is infinite. We live there.
For real.
We live there. And that's the mindset, that's the mantra that we push out. Like, you have to live that motto.
Mm-hmm.
When we say the hustle is infinite, that means it never stops. That means we're always trying to be better. We're always trying to do something to push ourselves forward.
And you do that. I ain't gonna lie. You do. You always coming up with something. You can't even work on one song. You be one album. You be on to the next one. I'll be like, dang.
This hard to just work on one.
Yeah.
But that's why I need y'all around me to be like, all right, chill out, dude.
Yeah, you need to, man. Just
enjoy this one.
Focus in on one album and get you some videos out, bro.
Yeah.
Get you some videos.
That's how we move, man.
Yeah, I feel you.
We be about our business, but
Infinite Kris Jamez.
I know, right? But next year is gonna be.
Next year gonna be
beautiful.
Yeah.
Cause
I got some.
Yeah. We got a lot of stuff coming next year that they don't know about, and they will see, and it's gonna be too late then.
Yeah.
Cause we just gonna smack them in the face with it. We just gonna keep pushing, man.
For real.
So before we get to the end, we talk about the album Khristopher. Okay, to the people who don't know, it's distributed, it's ready to go. When does it drop?
December 17th.
December 17th, your debut Christian gospel album. Well, your debut gospel hip hop album.
Yeah,
drops.
Gospel hip hop.
Khristopher. And what are, because we've heard the whole project. What song is you most excited about people hearing?
Ooh, that's a good one. Probably on everything. I don't know.
On everything. I love on everything. I love on everything. I love Feels Good on some dope tracks.
Probably Feel Good too. Feel Good too.
Yeah, those some dope tracks.
Yeah, I think on everything. When I hear it, it just get me in that mode. Like, yeah. But I don't know though. It's so many of them on there. Like, all of them tell a story about me.
Yeah.
All of it is me. And that's one thing that I fell in love with about my music. Like, when I started doing the Christian rap, it's more of me. It feels like me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I'm lying. I'm on these songs saying stuff about girls and like I used to. You know what I used to talk about.
Yeah.
So it's way better. It's just me.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for them to hear the next 2 albums that I got wrote.
You can talk about them if you want to. It's your interview.
Yeah, I got The Real MVP Volume 1 and Volume 2 coming next year. Both of them. I already wrote. I just got to record them.
Yeah.
So
and we ain't gonna say the name of the collab album.
Okay.
Somebody try to steal it.
Yeah.
But we got the collab album coming next year too. We're gonna get that rocking.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's been a pleasure having you here, man. If there's anything you want to tell people before we close out.
I just want to tell y'all, continue to believe in God, continue to trust in what He can do, and I love y'all, and continue to be faithful and stay up, and be on the lookout for my album Khristopher, December 21st. I mean December 17th.
You say some crazy stuff. One more thing you forgetting to tell them.
Right.
You know what to tell them. What your shirt say?
Oh, be unique. Continue to be unique.
The merch.
Get the merch.
Get him up, get a shirt. Hey man, like I said, appreciate you being here, man. This has been another episode of Let's Rap with Kris Jamez, and we are out.
Peace.